I'm going to show you exactly how a complete beginner can make $30,000 profit in the next 30 days. I'm also going to show you how I do my product research and find six-figure winners. Have a quick look down here and we're going to see live. There are so many different types of e-commerce out there, but today I'm going to be showing you something a little bit different, okay? Today, we're going to be talking about Etsy dropshipping, which is something I've been doing and doing very, very well for the past 2.5 years. Etsy is a little bit of a different platform and maybe you've even never heard of it before, okay? But it's a huge platform that does billions and billions and billions in revenue each and every single year. And its main focus is unique and giftable items. Obviously with Valentine's Day, which is what we're talking about today, that is the main focus, okay? That is the main focus for the product research and the strategy we are going to be talking about today. If you're a complete and utter beginner, Etsy is the perfect platform for you for one reason. That reason is that the average age of an Etsy seller is 39 years old. So the whole platform is designed for older people to sell on. So if you're a 20-year-old guy, you're a 30-year-old guy, you understand technology quite easily, you're gonna just kill it. You're gonna do so incredibly well on the platform because it's so easy to add listings, so easy to run ads, do the images, do any videos. It's so incredibly easy to use. And that's honestly the biggest selling point of doing Etsy dropshipping. It's so beginner friendly. So how are you gonna make $30,000 in the next 30 days? You're gonna need one tool, and that is a completely free tool available on Chrome, the Chrome extension store called Search Image by AliExpress, okay? So download that, Search Image by AliExpress, it'll be linked in the description below, then go to Etsy.com. So on Etsy.com, up at the top left here, you can see exactly what they're promoting. Valentine's Day shop. They're promoting that because they're making a bunch of money from it, okay? So we're gonna click on that and we're gonna have a quick look down here, which items they're pushing to, okay? You can see bracelets, custom portraits, accessories, digital prints, candles, a bunch of different things, okay? A bunch of different things. We're also going to continue to scroll down. Lots of jewelry is available, okay? We're also going to have a look at Valentine's Day decor down here, okay? So you can see there are so many different items here that you can sell and so many cool and unique items. That's one thing we see across all this board is like these pictures are very good. All these items look very, very high quality. You don't want to buy something too cheap for your partner. You don't want to come across as a cheap boyfriend, a cheap girlfriend, whatever, right? So we're going to have a quick look down here and we're going to see what kind of piques our fancy. We're going to see something that maybe looks a little bit more interesting and we're going to open up all of the interesting items we come across, okay? So let's say this balloon right here. Let's say this little let's say we want to find something a little bit more, okay? Nothing really here is picking my fancy. We want to find something that's just Valentine's Day, Valentine's Day, Valentine's Day. We don't want to find a piece of jewelry. We are doing a quick store to make a quick amount of money, okay? We want to make tens of thousands. We don't want a store that's going to last forever. We are here to make $30,000 in the next 30 days. Like, it's that simple. $30,000 in the next 30 days. The best way is not actually going to this Valentine's Day hub. We're going to come up to the search bar here. We're going to type in Valentine's Day. And we're going to spell Valentine's Day wrong, but that's okay. And we're going to press search. So we're on the Valentine's Day search right here. And first things first, we'll notice is on the right here, you can see 2.6 million products available. Okay. There is so much opportunity. And even with 2.6 million products, there is still new products we can add. There is still new products we can find and make our money, make our fucking $30,000 in the next 30 days with Etsy dropshipping. Okay. So we're going to first go over to all filters. So all filters, we're going to scroll down and we're going to change the price because we don't want to go super cheap. We're not here to sell 10,000 items for $1. That's just not the aim. That's not the goal. You're not going to make a lot of money. You're going to run into a lot of problems. We want to sell in a little sweet spot, typically $23, $25 up to anywhere like $50. Little sweet spot where you're going to get quick sales, but you're not going to deal with very annoying cheap customers and you're going to make enough profit per purchase to actually make a lot of money. So we're going to put $25 to $50 and we are going to put deliver to, let's do United States. Let's do United States. Let's give it a big wide search result. So we've added the filters on USD 25, USD 50, delivered to United States. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick look through all these Valentine's Day products and we're going to open up a bunch of them. Okay. So the ones we're going to open up is we're not going to focus on personalized items for now. I think that can be a little bit annoying, a little bit overwhelming for a complete and utter beginner, okay? So we're just going to focus on very, very simple items, very, very easy to start, very, very easy to get going, okay? So we're going to focus on non-personalized, kind of non-complicated gifts, okay? So we're going to find, there you go, Valentine's Day heart wreath, that's potential there. As I can see, you can even see right here, 5 stars, but 2 reviews, probably not getting too many sales, but this one's quite good because it's like a little hamper thing. T-shirts, we're not going to focus on that just yet. We're trying to look for something a little bit more unique, something a little bit more that stands out. I mean, that's potential, but no reviews. That's actually quite good, little couple candle thing. By the way, we're just opening up all of these products in new tabs, okay? We're opening up every single one of these in new tabs. Keep it as simple as humanly possible. We're going to keep scrolling down, and we're just going to have just a little wander through, you know, a little wander through. So as you're going through all these listings, you might think, am I able to drop ship these? Am I able to find these in China? Okay, so we're going to address that in a second, but for now, we're just looking for products, okay? We're looking for anything we think is not personalized and looks something a little bit more unique. Okay, like this one right here, this beaded plate within a massive big heart, something like that. That's interesting. Valentine's Day envelope. That's interesting, okay? We're looking for interesting items and on kind of reasonably sized stores. Again, we can see here, it says 4.9 stars, 2,100. That means 2.1K. That means 2,100 store reviews. So if it's got basically that store will have thousands and thousands and thousands of orders if it has 2,000 reviews. So that's what we're kind of looking at here. We're looking at for random decor items, just random items in just the Valentine's Day arena, okay? Because our aim here is to start a Valentine's Day store, and I want to show you the good and the best products to list on those stores, okay? So it doesn't have to be, it can be clothing, it can be something a little bit different, because what we're doing here is we're making a Valentine's Day store. Normally with Etsy, I would recommend to focus on one particular aesthetic or type of product, whereas here, we're focusing on Valentine's Day as a actual niche. It doesn't matter if it's clothing, doesn't matter if it's a cup, doesn't matter if it's a wooden thing, like it doesn't matter what it is. We're focusing on Valentine's Day products. That is what is going to make us $30,000. So what I've done right here is I've opened up 15 different products in the Valentine's Day niche in varying different things. Some candles, some roses, some electronics, a bunch of different things. We're now going to go through and check which ones we can find in China. So we're going to use the tool that I told you to download earlier called Search Goods on AliExpress by this image. So we're not going to be directly copying products. We are going to be finding products that are already winning, and we're going to be finding similar items, and we're going to be listing those similar items, because a lot of these products we're going to be finding aren't available on AliExpress. Some of them will be. We'll see in a second which ones are and which ones aren't, but some of them won't be, and we'll be able to find similar ones on AliExpress, where if, for example, this little white, pink and whatever Valentine's Day gnomes, I don't know how gnomes has got anything to do with Valentine's Day, we see it's got reviews for this item 69, so we know it's got a lot of actual product sales. So if we find something similar to this, maybe it's a little bit of a different design, maybe it's, oh, they're literally just selling the gnomes. That's such an easy product. This is actually a very good product. Maybe we find this exact product, maybe we find something a little bit similar, a little bit different, and that's the product we are going to be selling. So with the gnomes right here, this is the website that will come up, Ali Seeks, and you'll come across a bunch of different ones. It's actually come up with Christmas gnomes here, but what we can also do is, okay, so we found Christmas gnomes, so there probably will be Valentine's Day gnomes. Maybe just it's not working right now, the pictures aren't working. Let's just say it like that, right? So we can go to AliExpress and we can come down, go further into the rabbit hole, okay? So what I've done right here is I've typed in Valentine's Day gnomes on AliExpress. So I want to break it down as simple as humanly possible, so there's no confusion. I know a lot of you guys watching this video are complete and utter beginners. So what we've done is we've typed in Valentine's Day on Etsy, and we've just searched through and we've ignored personalized items, and we put filters of $25 to $50. We've then opened up 15 to 20 different products, and we've gone down here and we've searched and we've checked on reviews for this item. So a lot of items will just have reviews for this shop. You see this item right here, 14 shop reviews. Whereas this item right here has reviews for this item. So this other item has just shop reviews. So that more than likely means has no actual item reviews. So that more than likely means it's not getting sales, or at least hasn't got sales like from a month ago, let's say. But this item, anyways, this item has got sales. It's getting sales right now. It got sales last year. We know this item is doing well. It's got 69 reviews, okay? It's doing well. So let's just do some quick calculations to work out exactly how many reviews this item actually would have got. So to be honest, there's a 10% review rate, 10 to 20% review rate, okay? So let's just assume it's 10%, so it's super easy to do. If it's 10% of people reviewing the item, right? So 10% review rate, 10% of people that order, then put in a review for the item. That means if it's got 69 reviews, you times that by 10, 690 orders. So that means last Valentine's Day, when they first started selling this, they did 690 orders. On an item we can see is $25 with free shipping. So we know this item's doing rather well, okay? Rather well. So let's go head back over here, okay? So what we've done is we found this item. It's doing rather well. It's got a lot of reviews for this item in the previous Valentine's Day back in 2023. So what we did initially is we clicked search goods on AliExpress by this image. That didn't come up with any search results, but it came up with different gnomes. So we know there's little weird gnomes like this available on AliExpress, which is the Chinese website where you buy things from. But what we did is we thought outside the box a little bit, I suppose, and we typed in Valentine's Day gnomes on AliExpress, and that came up with a couple different options. So you can see this Valentine's Day LED faceless gnome right here, winning product. It's got an LED, it's got a high perceived order value. You would typically buy this for maybe, let's have a quick look at it. Someone would buy this, you could buy this for your girlfriend. Me personally, £30, maybe £35, maybe $40. If it's a set of two, maybe $50 for both of them. It's quite cute, it's quite quirky, it's quite interesting. It's a good item. This is something that's very unique. This is a perfect item to sell on Etsy. The way I like to think about it is, what would I come across in like a 50-year-old woman's house? What would you see? Like if you ever go to a white woman, like a 50-year-old white woman's house, like I'm thinking my mum, okay? I'm thinking my mum and my friends' mums, okay? What would be in their house? And it's a bunch of little quirky, little weird items that just kind of, it's like pretty rubbish is the way I like to call it, okay? This is very pretty, but it's obviously just like rubbish. It's just materialistic bullshit. But that's what we're selling. That's what we're selling, right? And there's a market for this. So this is a very cool item right here. So you see how we've kind of gone down the rabbit hole. We found an initial idea, Valentine's Day gnomes. Okay, Valentine's Day gnomes is a weird thing. Gnomes is a bit of a weird niche. It's a bit of a weird thing. Valentine's Day is popping right now because we're 30 days away from Valentine's Day. And then we've kind of gone down that rabbit hole and we've searched on AliExpress and we found this weird little LED Valentine's Day gnome. Let's go back through here as well. Found another one. This is another one. This is a little bit different to one they're selling. And you can see they're slightly larger. Again, maybe you can sell this for $25, okay? And you can buy it for $5. It's super good. Let's have a quick look as well. Even on here, there's more Valentine's Day gnomes. There's a bunch of bears and stuff like this. There's so many different products on here. More gnomes there. Different Valentine's Day doll. I don't really know what that one is. But the LED one that I'd really focus on right now is this one, right? This one's a really good product. That is a beautiful photo right there. Really good photos throughout this entire listing. That's a great photo. Great photo. People would buy from that. Absolutely wonderful, okay? This is what you should be focusing on. Unique, interesting, trend-based products. The trend is obviously Valentine's Day. So far, I've shown you how to find one product, but I want to be thorough with this. I want to show you that it's not a fluke and you can find products over and over and over and over and over and over again, okay? Because if you're watching this video, you've probably just gone over and you've just stolen the gnome, and then maybe 2,000 people will watch this video. Maybe out of those people, 200 people will list the gnome, and obviously only a few people will actually win with the gnome. Don't just rip that. Understand why the gnome works. Understand why you're able to sell it and why you're able to make money from it, okay? But this is another perfect product right here. Look at this. So again, we mentioned it, LEDs, lights, it adds a lot of perceived value, okay? They're selling this for almost $50. Let's have a quick look. warm with lights, it's literally $48, okay? So we're gonna have a quick look, search goods on AliExpress by this image again, and we're gonna see if it comes up on AliExpress. Again, we're doing the same thing we did last time. This is the initial idea. We can go back and look in the description right here, reviews for this item. It's got 20 reviews for this item. A lot of them were from the previous Valentine's Day back in 2021 and 2022 and 2023. And we're gonna have a quick look and see if we can find it very quickly. So the search goods on AliExpress again didn't really work very well on this. But what we're going to do is we're just going to do the same method we did with the gnomes, just again. So I wasn't able to find the exact same wooden box with the LEDs all around it, but I was able to find two reasonably similar items. Not exactly the same, reasonably similar. I would say this one's the best. I found just like obviously a bouquet of roses, I suppose, but this one's quite cool, quite unique, a little bit something a little bit different. I think it's actually rose flowers, like it's artificial flowers, but I think it's like soap flowers, so it's a little bit weird, a little bit more interesting, I suppose. But I haven't put much time and effort into this product research, right? And I found two potentially very, very big winners. Honestly, the gnomes are really, really good. Honestly, the gnomes are a really, really good niche because it's weird, it's different, it's something that's a bit different out there, okay? Obviously, in this video, I haven't gone over the exact specifics, what you need to do to set up the store, to add the listings, all these different things.